Undercover Tales of World War II. Last chapter. T-Force hunts for chemical weapons. In the early March 1945, Nazi Germany was held on all sides as hostile forces teared through the brink of collapse. The Soviet army was hammering the gates of the Third Reich in the east, and General Dwight Eisenhower's American, British, and French and Canadian armies sprayed for 405th mile around the German border. Erling Howard was ready to unleash his forces over the border of Switzerland and the Rhine River, the action of barricades to invasion of the German homeland. At this headquarters outside Paris, the Allied Supreme Commander was gripping by heading outside of Paris. The Allied Supreme Commander was gripped, nagging, worry, the last-ditch of efforts to smash the commanding officer piece out of the jaw. To defeat would Adolf Hitler release the gas of the chemicals to defeat? Would Adolf Hitler unleash the poisonous gas or other chemical weapons against the Allies when they stormed the Rhine? Constantly, Howard's staff claimed that Alfred called the T-Force the German positions, investigating any poison or gas, stocks, or chemical weapons. Hitler might use them at the end of the war. In total wave, lung killing, blindness, the T-Force can turn a little small mobile force into a big one. This might change the tide of the war. No doubt, Section 6 was the most heavily outfitted of the war. Never perhaps how many commanders, so few, last ride captains, Cologne generals abducted, and the next uniform that you wear is crucial. The information of the target at Section 6, two primary sources, the command intelligence of CIS, and which drew up with the calling of the intelligence at ISTU, which has largely had a function. After the Allies passed the biggest airborne assault in history, plunged through the Rhine and advancing deeper into Germany, late March 1945, Section 6 received word that a suspicious camel and facility in Munster, rushing to the site, units bearing laboratories, and they hurriedly get to the notebooks. Now, the Friggs employees, the Allied spearhead, had been stopped completely. While snooping around the laboratory, a Section 6 officer had found the barn and a concrete floor with a trapdoor. Section 6. After he pulled the door, he climbed down into an underground chamber filled with furnaces, tumble, considers, and cabinet sides. It's the Nazi underground headquarters. Germans finally came back and saw an American and British officer inside their base. They immediately shot him. They were both killed. None of them make it out to live the tale. To many of the 6 sections, in the appeal of the Allies that were about to win the war in Europe, not the day too soon. The end.